Do you want to visit one of the most peaceful and happy countries in Europe? Denmark would be an ideal choice. It offers views so beautiful they will astound you. Are you ready to enjoy lovely cities, green hills, coastal villages, forests, and beautiful lakes? Stay tuned as we find out the 10 best places to visit in Denmark. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you can keep up to date with all our latest content. Number 1. Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the most populated city and the capital of the country. This city is located on the east coast of the island of Zealand. In this city, you can visit the oldest amusement park in the world. Tivoli Gardens has been open to the public since 1843. A different and fun way to get to know Copenhagen is to sail through its canals. One of the most iconic images of the Danish capital is the colorful Nyhavn Canal. This canal is also a harbor, promenade, and entertainment area. One of the most famous monuments in Copenhagen is the Little Mermaid. This bronze sculpture has stood on the Landalinja waterfront promenade facing the Baltic Sea since 1913. The National Gallery of Denmark and the National Museum are two must-sees for art and history lovers. On your walk through the Danish capital, be sure to visit the Town Hall Square, Aarhuspladsen, and the King's Garden. Number 2. Faroe Islands. When visiting the Faroes, you are never more than 5 kilometers away from the ocean. The countryside is dominated by steep mountains, and there are about 70,000 sheep and some 2 million pairs of seabirds, including the largest colony of storm petrels in the world. The capital city is Tórshavn, and with fewer than 20,000 inhabitants, it's the smallest capital in all of Europe. It's likely the most rugged city you've ever seen. Moody clouds, a perpetually churning sea, steep grassy hills, and rocky coastal cliffs. As a result of its geography, weather conditions on the Faroe Islands can be fickle. It's possible to experience all 4 seasons in one day, so the advice is to dress in layers and pack a variety of clothing. Most visitors to the islands come between early July and late August. It's well worth visiting this interesting place for a look at their unique flora and fauna. Number 3. Aarhus. Aarhus is the second largest city in Denmark. It's located on the bay of the same name in central Jutland. This city is situated between beaches, forests, and national parks. However, it's also a cultural center. Aarhus Art Museum is one of the city's most iconic landmarks. It has a dazzling rooftop sculpture which you can walk on and enjoy. For people with other tastes, there is the Old Town Open Air Museum. It's one of the most visited attractions in Denmark. Travel back in time in Old Town. You can get to know the houses, the atmosphere, and the life of the Danes throughout their history. Number 4. Råbjerg Mile. The migrating dune Råbjerg Mile is about 1 kilometer wide and 1 kilometer long. It's made of roughly 3.5 million cubic meters of sand and is 40 meters high. Each year the dune moves around 15 meters towards the northeast, closer to Grenland, the top of Denmark. This unique sand dune attracts as many as 250,000 tourists a year. The Church of St. Lawrence of Rome, which is widely known as the Sand-Covered Church, is a real testimony of how the landscape has changed over the centuries due to the moving dunes. From the top of the dune, you will experience a stunning view. The walk to the top can be a bit challenging, but the view is worth your sweat and effort. Number 5. Odense. Odense is the 3rd largest city in Denmark. It's located on the island of Fyn, west of Copenhagen. Many tourists come to this city to visit the house of the famous writer Hans Christian Andersen. It's now a museum where you can see some manuscripts of his works. Another must-see experience in Odense is the Funen Village. This open-air museum is made of about 20 typical Danish houses and farms. The idea of this museum is to reconstruct what life was like during the 19th century. The most famous and emblematic building in Odense is St. Canute Cathedral. It's a brick Gothic temple whose construction dates back to the beginning of the 14th century. Number 6. Aalborg. Aalborg is a city and port located in northern Denmark. This city preserves its Viking heritage and cultivates modern architecture. In Aalborg, you can find some of the best street art in Denmark. If you're a fan of murals, you'll love this city. At the Architectural Utzon Center, you can learn about the latest in Danish architecture and design. Aalborg has its own Viking cemetery. It consists of Iron Age stone circles that are more than 1,500 years old. Number 7. Møns Klint. Just under 2 hours south of Copenhagen is one of Denmark's biggest and most surprising wonders, Møns Klint. The 70-million-year-old chalk cliffs are gently crumbling into the Baltic Sea on the island of Møn, making the water beautifully clear and inviting. It's the kind of place that Danes move to and never leave. The beauty of this place is unique. Here you can see high chalk cliffs and the flora and fauna that inhabit them. You can even find fossils on the beaches below the cliffs. You have to be in good physical shape to use the stairs to and from the beach. Number 8. Bjerge National Park. This national park covers an area of 180 square kilometers. Bjerge is known for its unusual landscape formed during the Ice Age. The Mols Hills are 137 meters high and are located in the center of the park. Here you can find most of the Danish wild plant species. Some recommended attractions of this park are the forest areas of Råbjerg, the ruins of Kalu Castle, and the Unberg watermill. Granite burial mounds, dolmens, and passage graves dating back to the Stone Age can be seen everywhere around the park. Number 9. Jelling. This city has some of the most important monuments of the Viking past in all of Europe. In 1994, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Jelling has 2 burial mounds and the 2 rune stones erected by Kings Guam and Harald in the year 900. In the Konjern Jelling Center, you can learn about the Vikings with interactive exhibits. And by the way, these locations are set in a place of outstanding natural beauty. Number 10. Wadden Sea National Park. It stretches across 3 countries, Germany, Holland, and Denmark. This national park is made up of more than 30 islands. Waterfowl have one of the most important sanctuaries in the world in the Wadden Sea. This nature reserve is inhabited by hundreds of migratory birds. It's also a breeding place for many species of seals. This park is one of the 10 most important wetlands in the entire world. Birdwatching is probably the most popular thing to do at the Wadden Sea. Another fun thing to do at the Wadden Sea National Park is to pluck fresh oysters straight from the sea. A beautiful country where historical heritage converges with natural beauties, Denmark has been named the world's happiest country on numerous occasions, and now you know why. These were just some of the places that you can visit in Denmark, but believe you me, there are still plenty of places to see in Denmark. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and click subscribe. Thanks for watching.